Hello everyone. Hello good people. This is Darrell, Personal Credit Solutions. Welcome to the video. We're here to provide education for beginners and for advanced credit consumers. So we'll speak to some of the simple things sometimes it'll be more advanced. So bear with me if you know this and you consider things like this to be simple. We want to be able to reach everyone. And always remember that bad credit is temporary and anyone can have good credit in good time. The purpose of our YouTube video channel is to provide credit education to our clients and to help them better understand the credit repair process. So today we're going to talk about building your credit and just 8 best ways to help build your credit. These are good topics to work with. These are good things to think about going forward. Once you get your credit repaired, you want to continue to think about these things, continue to work on these things. All right, we're gonna want to learn about credit building. Okay, learn about the credit building benefits of reviewing and cleaning the errors on your credit report, managing credit utilization, and removing late payments. There are also ways to do this, but what we're saying here, there are lots of ways to do this, but if you use social media like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you need to make sure you research the creator to see if they are qualified to teach. Make sure their businesses are actually set up. Make sure they're registered, things like that. See if they have a history. Once you find a good credit social media source, you need to focus on that and not bounce around from site to site and page to page. It'll invite confusion, and that's one thing you want to stay away from when you're learning about your credit or any other important topic for that matter on social media. Have some organization to the way you go about this. If you are going to really research more than one creator, go ahead and just make it a small number, like 2 or 3 tops. Learn what they have to offer. Stick with them, just like our site, which is designed for you guys to learn from. Then apply what you learn. Make plans. Write these plans down. Everyone knows that writing down plans is the best way to make your plans and your goals come true, right? All right, so at a glance, we're talking about building your credit, right? Building good credit takes time, but the right moves can get your credit building timeline started quicker. The best ways to build your credit include checking your credit, okay? Finding out what's on there that's an error. You can find errors on your credit in almost every account, including the good accounts. All right, you want to look at ways to remove late payments. For instance, we saw with a lot of clients, they'll have a late payment on a student loan, and it will be paid on time, then all of a sudden late. So this is the kind of thing we're talking about. 90 days late out of nowhere is not accurate. It has to progressively go 30, 60, 90. All right, you want to aggressively pay down your credit card balances. Credit card utilization is the number 2 most important thing to your credit score. Now you set your sights on some R&R in Hawaii and need to build your credit to make it happen. So if you are setting goals, even if it's just a vacation, you have to make sure everything is in place before you go. Make sure you have the funds that you need on your credit cards and things like that. All right, if it's a new car, a new house, whatever it is, work with yourself by planning and writing things down to make sure you get a good understanding. There's absolutely nothing wrong with getting a specialist. Now, if you do have to work on your credit, be patient with your credit. It's going to take 6 to 12 months to turn things around on the longer side. You may be able to get your credit repair done quicker. We ask for 3 to 6 months with our program. But there may be other things besides credit repair that you need to work on, like paying your balances down, adding new credit lines. Maybe you can get on with some of your friends and family as authorized users as long as they keep their card balances extremely low. Not just low, but very low. Building credit by its nature takes time. Time to take action that has impact, and that's what we need to do. And the time for creditors to report that impact. You need to give time to the process. That said, there's definitely There are definitely some best practices to build credit that many experts recommend. Acting strategically, you can shave off months of the credit building process, and hiring a professional is one good way to shorten that time, right? And that's the first topic here. That's the first of the 8. Get professional and financial consulting. All right, I can see this video is going to be a little long, so we'll have 2 parts to it. So you do want to get professional credit consultants or specialists like Personal Credit Solutions to help you. If you're working on a home, speak to a loan officer. It doesn't cost you any money to do that. If you're trying to get financing, get with a bank financing agent. That's their job. Those finance officers are there to help you. Get a mortgage broker. Get a real estate broker. You have finance companies for personal loans and things like that. All right, you can actually find out underwriting guidelines. So get with the loan or the bank underwriter and find out what they need. An underwriter basically finalizes the qualifications and makes sure that everything that you put forward and that you put on your application is true. They verify your job time, your income, your rental history, all these things, right? If it applies. All right, a family member or a friend is also something that I would recommend. But guys, your family and your friends have to be professionals. If they're not a professional that is listed here, then do not take their advice. Okay, get advice from professionals only when it comes to your credit and when it comes to financing. Make sure you take the right steps. Don't take all these shortcuts. It's time for us to grow up. All right, we're going to grow up. We're going to be more disciplined, and we're going to get out of the situations that we were in. All right, research to know where you stand. If someone asks for driving directions but couldn't tell you where he started or where he was headed, would you be able to help? Of course not. Yet many consumers don't know that credit scores, the credit scores they need or what they have now. If you don't know your credit, many of you know with Credit Karma and some of the easy services out here what your scores are. These are not your actual scores, though, so you really want to take the time and make the investment to find out what your real FICO scores are. As it says here, for example, the average credit score to get a new car is 713, 662 for a used car, and your score affects not only whether you get the loan, but what interest rate you pay. So do the research and find out what your credit score looks like now. And I'm going to tell you guys, off and on throughout all these videos, do not let the car dealers pull your credit 10, 15 times until they can find somebody to give you credit. If you are going to get financing for a car, you need to get that financing prior to going to shop for the car. It takes discipline because you want to go in there and you want to listen to the salesman, and you want a car that you probably can't afford or you probably shouldn't get. You know, be realistic about your purchases, okay? And be the one to get your own financing. Don't let them do it for you. It can really hurt your credit. Now, you want to get your credit reports immediately. Everyone has heard of annualcreditreport.com, as we see here. All right, go to that site, get your reports. We have a video that walks you through the process. Go in there and get it. If you can't get it, go ahead and use a paid service. All right, why pay for something you can get free? Because the free services don't often give you your correct score. All right, you can also get more. Free reports may not include your credit score, for example. The price may include credit monitoring and give you access to your reports at any time, not just once, when you get the service. So get the service. Go ahead and pay for it. We like Identity IQ as a service that doesn't offer FICO scores, and we like myfico.com and Experian.com for the FICO scores. myfico.com charges $39.95 a month. freecreditreport.com or Experian, they're the same thing. Experian.com and freecreditreport.com charge $24.95. So that's $15 cheaper. So that's why we have those them as the highest on our list for the FICO scores. You can shop around, but if you are one of my clients, you should be coming to me about this and we can talk this over. All right. Okay, number 3. We're looking at item number 3 here of the best ways to build your credit. Clean up your credit report. All right, you're doing that now if you're a client, and that is a great idea. If you're not doing that, then you can try and do it yourself. If you have the time to learn the rules of the game, go ahead and do that. But clean up your credit, and as it says here, review your credit reports carefully. Credit reports are not infallible, so look for debts that are not yours, outstanding balances that you paid, and other errors. You can dispute anything that you believe is incorrect, right? There are incorrect dates and balances and date of last activity. These kind of things are errors on your credit, so they can cause that item to be removed if you're working with the right place. Be aware that open or unresolved disputes can work against you when applying for a mortgage. Basically, you just have to have the comment removed from your credit. We offer the service to have that comment removed if you're trying to buy a house. You want to learn and understand your credit. Let's go ahead and grow. Let's understand our credit. Learn how to read credit reports. This is a must. I haven't put the video up yet, but I am going to put up a series of videos on how to read your credit reports. The reason I haven't done it is because it's long, and I'm trying to keep it short, so I'm probably going to have more than one part to that. Alright, see my video on how to read your credit report when it's done, and there will be more educational videos after that. So this video has gone past 10 minutes, so we're going to go ahead and make this part 1, and we'll take a pause break here and get part 2 going for you guys.